Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. Continuing our expansion of our new town up in the north. Looks like we get the road built, so it's almost time to start with some houses here. Actually, let's do that now, because I think we completed the terraforming. That's it. There we go. This is similar to a hostel, but it is not a hostel. Ah, so I can't build where I want because of these three, or not three, but this little area, so let's see what we can do about that. Is it gonna get that edge though? Like, I feel like it might not. Alright, well, let's let this finish and then check it and see what happens. We got time, we're not in a rush. Okay, we are kind of short on people. I'm not going to worry about the orchards right now, it's fine. These guys should definitely be harvesting now. Yeah, okay, this is looking alright. I think we're doing okay. We need flax, we can do that down here next year. Oats, we're going to have to see where we stand after this harvest. That'll dictate a lot about what we choose to do with the southern farm. Doing better on clothing, I think. Didn't we dip under 100? I can't remember. I feel like we dipped under 100. I could be mistaken, but that was the impression that I got. Then again, we have had a lot of deaths lately, so that's gonna maybe have a temporary drop that will actually grow in the future as people start, you know, surviving for longer. This one's being upgraded, this one needs to be used. Okay, that's not working the way I want it to. It put the third person on this one, which is stupid. I didn't want them to put the third one on that one. I wanted 3 people up north, because there's more... well, there's less stock. Okay. We have 12 people who are, like, available to do this work, and they're not doing it. This frustrates me deeply. The terraforming should be done. The upgrading of this should be at least in progress. Okay, these guys are almost done. I'll pull them off as soon as they're done. Should happen momentarily. There it is. So we get a lightning storm, probably gonna light some stuff on fire. It's not a big deal. Yep, there it is. They're actually making surprisingly good progress in harvesting these. I'm kind of happy about that. I thought we'd be late on those. I wish I lived somewhere where it got foggy and rained and had lightning. I really wouldn't mind moving up to like Seattle or Portland or suburbs thereof. I like the cold. But I'm Californian. Like, I'm really completely and utterly Californian. That's probably never going to change. It's... God, now it's even worse. Or it's different, at least. Let's try that. That might work. I like this. This like, you know what this looks like to me? This looks like Hawaii. Because this reminds me of, I don't think it's sugarcane, but this plant looks Hawaiian to me, for some reason. The broadleaf, maybe not broad, but like wide-leafed grass kind of thing. It's not quite grass, it's like mega grass. It's like a larger, scaled-up version of grass. For some reason, that feels like Hawaii to me. Oh, I'm paused, that's why. Okay. I was like, why isn't anything getting done? What's happening? paused. Nice work, Moose. Way to use your brain. Oh, are these guys done? They are. Good work, gentlemen. These guys aren't, but that's fine. They're pretty close. We're gonna be doing okay. So probably next year I want to do 1 flax, 1 oats, and then maybe maintain that, like not in perpetuity, but for a while, for a significant duration of time. Let's put it that way. I just take them off, but I'd rather just, you know, they're probably gonna harvest it all. It's a little bit of an achievement to me to be able to fully harvest 2 runs. It means I actually paid enough attention to get this done. Of course, it was spread over 2 episodes, so I kind of had to take stock this episode and figure it out, but whatever. You guys are good. Everyone else is still harvesting. This one will be the next to finish. Nearly there. 1 more. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick because the terraforming's done. Please let me build the house. You still will not let me build the house because of those tiles. Why is it? It's like not getting worse, but it's not getting better either. Okay, in theory something is going to change. I don't think anything changed. Yeah, alright, well we're gonna have to do something we don't want to do. Oh, that's backwards. Maybe if I turn it, it'll be happier about it? No. Still really don't want to... Alright. So be it. So this is the beginning of our suburbs. We're gonna have... I'm not gonna build any shacks, because those are ugly, but we'll do some small houses. This guy will be one of maybe 2 to 4 normal-sized houses. Or large houses, which I wish were normal. I really want a big house. I want a big house in an area that rains all the time. That's cold, where I have good internet and delivery service for everything. I don't ever want to leave the house. I would be completely thrilled if I could just spend the rest of my life living in one house. And eventually I'd want to leave very occasionally, like maybe once a month. That's about it though. And I'd need my girlfriend there with me. That would be like heaven. So I'd just spend all the time with her and just kind of... or on the internet playing games. Basically all of it would be either playing games. I'd want to take like programming courses, watching TV, watching movies. Oh shit, Sunday, Rick and Morty. I'm recording this on Sunday. Rick and Morty's tonight. I'm gonna love staying up to watch that. Gonna have to work too. Okay, it's winter. I've kind of been stupid about this. Wasn't paying attention to that. I was living in my little fantasy about watching Rick and Morty and learning programming and working on my own projects and not dealing with people ever. Everything being up to me or my eventual wife, I would imagine. Ah, it'd be great. One day. I just want a lot of space. I want a lot of space, and I want everything current. I want a really big kitchen, just a beautiful, big kitchen. Big living room with a nice TV, and some consoles, and a nice fireplace. With a nice big window looking out over a mountain, I would hope. A New Hope? What's this? 250 places for housing. Okay. Yeah. People are still going to die of hypothermia because they're stupid, but can't do much about that. See, you guys are cold, but like you could be bringing stuff in here. There's no reason for you to remain cold. Okay, they're bringing stuff. Food first, then firewood. Good. Okay. Nice big window looking over a mountain or a forest of some kind, or a valley. I'd like to be on the mountain looking over a valley. Have upper areas in the house where you can just relax, like nice big bathroom. It'd be nice to have an indoor pool. Probably pretty impractical, but it'd be nice. I would very much like that. Nice big indoor pool. Not, well, not too big, but big enough. Big enough to do laps. Good exercise. Because if you're not going out, you still need exercise. And then I could have like an attached exercise room with, is that plague or pneumonia? Plague, okay. We'll deal with it, that's not a big deal. We're actually running low on hide. Okay, well I need more hunters, so where am I going to put them? Well, logic dictates up here. Put one right there. Another one right here. Yeah, have an exercise room. Couple stationary bikes, couple treadmills, couple rowing machines. A modest number of weights. I'm not really into weightlifting. I'm more into doing cardio. I'm not really into that. I'm not really into any exercise, but if I was gonna do some, it would probably be cardio most of the time. What are you doing, buddy? Like, what are you... You builder? But yeah, I just want a mansion. Want to be rich. I don't know why I have a really strong drive to desire that and try to attain it, but I do. I can't see shit. You guys finished this yet? No. Still need more wood. I'm gonna have trouble finding these again. There's the other one. Okay, so they're like on the same line, basically. Alright, late winter at 0 degrees. We're gonna get an early start on farming. I think we might. Gonna give it to... yeah, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Go nuts. Everyone start farming. Meanwhile... Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, fuck. Because I stopped growing food down... okay. Well... okay. I done goofed. Like, real hard. That one. Whoops. They're like all... this is the bulk of our population, too. They're just all gonna starve to death. Alright, that's, a pretty major oversight on my part. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna restart for this one. I'm gonna start over from the last save, but I want to see how far this goes. Because this should be, like, most of our people. Like, this should drop us below 100. I'm beginning to think that having 2 towns is a lot more trouble than it's worth. Like, a lot more trouble than it's worth. I think this is doable, but not in a fun way. Like, this is mostly just going to be a pain in the ass to have 2 towns like this, because you have to have them both fully staffed and running. Everyone is dying. We're under 150. We have 250 potential, minimum. It's more than that, I think, but... they're still dying. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yep. And this is not, like, solvable either. It's not like I could have done anything once they started dying. Okay, wow. Well. That was exciting. I'm gonna just see, I just want to see if we can get under 100. If we can get under 100, I'm gonna feel like that's almost an achievement in failure. Everyone's dying. Come on. 8 more yes! Okay, here we go. Under 100. Come on, one more. It's just one more. There we go. We just killed like 100 people through gross negligence. No thank you, I will pass on the autosave. I will go for maybe this autosave, I think this one's safer. Because this was before that winter. Wow, that was something, huh? 1 episode for hypothermia, 1 episode for starvation. Okay, so not gonna bother with this. We're paused, so let's designate the house. Yeah. No reason to fuck with it, really. There's the entrance. If terraforming it repeatedly isn't gonna help, then I'm not gonna terraform it repeatedly. It's gotta be this one, I think. And we're gonna put it... I mean, there really isn't a good place to put it. I could put it in this one, but I think these are gonna be better. Right in the middle one, yeah. I'm gonna stop the charcoal. Oh wait, I'm gonna stop everything, actually. Food from here to here. And work hard on that, please. No donkeys. I've got 3 here. You guys really need to start reproducing, man. It's not enough donkeys. And you guys should... Did that thing again. Except it did it on a different person this time, so it's not even consistent in how that works. That's even worse. Okay. Alright, well, we probably have now averted disaster, but it remains to be completely seen. It may still go horribly, horribly wrong. Who knows, though? Maybe not. I'm gonna say probably not. It's entirely possible we could screw ourselves one last time. I don't see it, though. Or not one last time. We may screw ourselves in the same way again by, like, not... Maybe if we put 2 more donkeys on it, we'd be fine. Or maybe it's just I need to go back further in the saves and it's already a foregone conclusion at this point. I don't know. I don't think that's the case, but I don't technically know. So I think... I'm coming to the conclusion that, like, it's totally reasonable to have 2 towns and it's doable, but, like, it's kind of frustrating. There's no point. You can't easily have, like, 2 client towns who, like, trade with each other. That is kind of a pain in the ass. Because the people don't have access to any of the stuff. Which is difficult. For a number of reasons. But there's also... So here's one thing I simultaneously like this about the game and dislike this about the game. I'll talk about this in a second here once okay, this one's not done yet. Now it's done. Basically, so here's the thing. There's 2 factors. Now, if... This is about this one being finished and this one not even close to being finished. So, there's 2 factors that play into this. One, well, really it's 1 factor. It's the availability of the work. So 2 things play into that, and that's what I was getting at. Distance from housing, where they live, and distance from storage location, where they need to go to work. So they need to go here to here to here, you know. This travel time is one factor, but then this travel time is the other factor. So you may say, well, they all have a barn equidistant from their whatever, you know, it's fine. That there shouldn't be an issue there. But because all the housing is inevitably going to be consolidated like this, you're still going to have that issue. So the only way to really make that work, I think, is you'd have to do, maybe if you had like a big open area, what you could do is you'd build this basically, and then you'd do a whole circle of homes around it, and then another circle of farms around that. But even then, you're still going to have some things that are far from the something, whether it's storage or housing. Like, you can't, not everything can be completely equidistant. And that's, I guess it messes with my OCD, even though I don't have OCD. It messes with my desire for everything to be consistent. And that's not really necessarily a problem or something that's weird. That's actually really important for business. Is you don't want to have this unstable production. Like, maybe in farming it's a little bit different because it's not exactly the same. But if you're running a manufacturing line, standardization is everything. Because it makes you a lot more flexible with your labor, and it also allows you to only have to really maintain one set of whatever instructions, or you know, you only have to worry about this is how this is done, and it's always done this way because everything operates the same way. You don't have to worry about, well, if you're working on this one, you have to do this, and if you're working on this one, it's a little different because it's slower and the timing is off and you have to manage everything differently. You're basically running two businesses if you have offset, like, different production times in a manufacturing environment. It's not exactly that simple, but that's kind of how I look at it. You're running two different manufacturing lines, and where it could really only be one, because you're doing, we're gonna have a problem. Okay, well, this is all I can do at this point, anyway. We just have to hope. I mean, there's this stuff. I should have done this. This would have allowed them to not starve. Yeah, we need to move more food. But yeah, if you can have, with the less of something you can have, the better. The less machines, the less manufacturing lines, the less manpower, the less everything that you can have in a manufacturing or business environment. Generally, it's better. Simpler is always better. It's less difficult to manage. It's less easy for things to go wrong. If you have different things going on, stuff can go wrong more quickly and easily. It's always better to have things controlled and simplified. Anyway, enough of that. That's a gigantic tangent that probably was unnecessary, but it's interesting stuff. I enjoy it. So anyway, that is going to do it for today's episode. Sorry we had to restart in there, but it's a massive die-off. There wasn't a whole hell of a lot that I could do beyond seeing it coming to avoid that. So regardless, like I was saying, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, feel free to come by and check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/electronicmoose. I stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. PST, which is 9 to 11 p.m. EST, so feel free to drop by if you'd like. If not, thank you for watching the videos regardless, and I will see you next time. Take care.